Right then, welcome back to our second day of reading. I've got my little fire in the background to keep me warm. Continuing then from page 23 of our new book, How to Train Your Dragon. The Peaceables are terrified of us hooligans. Woden only knows why. Right, lads. You steal one of their helmets to prove you've completed the exercise and report back to me. This is going to be like burgling berries from a baby, boomed Gobber the Belch. Oh, I nearly forgot. Silly me, Gobber laughed carelessly. The one thing you do have to bear in mind is that on no account should you leave this bay. This is very important, because just to the south of here runs the summer current, a warm stream of water, and you all know what lives in the summer current. Sharkworms, gulped Fishlegs. That's right, Fishlegs, boomed Gobber. I know Hiccup, our natural history expert, can tell us something about sharkworms. Certainly, sir, replied Hiccup, delighted to be asked a question about his favourite subject, dragons. He took out of his pocket a small scruffy notebook with How to Speak Dragonese written in large scrawly letters on the front. In this book, Hiccup kept notes on the Dragonese language and descriptions of the various species of dragons and their habits. Well, said Hiccup, having trouble reading his own handwriting, sharkworms are a kind of dragon that look a lot like sharks. The adults can grow to about 6 meters in length. They have at least 5 rows of teeth. Get on with it, boy, yelled Gobber. They are highly carnivorous and not only scavenge off ships, but climb aboard and attack you. On land, they can easily outrun a man. I would suggest, sir, that if there was even a chance we could run into sharkworms, we should leave the area immediately. For Thor's sake, boy, grinned Gobber the Belch. With that kind of attitude, you might never leave the house. I'm training you to be pirates, not softies. What happens if we get lost, sir? Pleaded Fishlegs. Lost? Snorted Gobber. Lost? Vikings don't get lost. Honestly, sir, sneered Snot-Faced Snotlout, I don't know why you don't throw Hiccup the Useless and his fish-legged failure of a friend out of the tribe completely. They're a disgrace to all of us. Hiccup and Fishlegs looked miserable. I mean, look at their boat, sir, continued the sneering Snotlout. We're Vikings, sir, the greatest shipbuilders the ancient world has ever known, sir. A raft like that just makes us look ridiculous. You think you're so clever, Snotlout, retorted Hiccup determinedly, but this boat can go a lot faster than you think. Looks aren't everything, you know. Unfortunately, Snotlout had a point. The hopeful Puffin was more of a floating accident than an actual boat. She had been built by Hiccup and Fishlegs in shipbuilding lessons, and they were both hopeless at woodwork. Something kept on going wrong with the design, and instead of being long and thin like a Viking ship should be, she had ended up fat and almost completely round. Her mast was too long and leaned lopsidedly to the left, so that in a strong wind she went round and round in circles. She also had a leak. Every half an hour, Fishlegs or Hiccup had to remember to bail out the seawater that had collected in the bottom of the boat with Hiccup's helmet. Fishlegs' helmet also had a leak. Gobber the Belch looked at the hopeful Puffin. Said Gobber thoughtfully. You might have a point, Snotlout. Now, he continued briskly, at the sound of my horn, the exercise will begin. He raised a curly-whirly bugle to his lips. Oh, jumping jellyfish, moaned Fishlegs. I hate the pirate training program. We're going to get lost. We're going to sink. We're going to get eaten slowly by sharkworms. Screech, screamed the bugle. And there we go, has our little picture of the hopeful Puffin. Chapter 2, Sharkworms. Just as the sound of the bugle died away, the fog lifted for a second, giving a glimpse of the entire bay. Over to the right, further towards the grey outline of the peaceable country, there were the shadowy shapes of 4 or 5 peaceable fishing boats, surrounded by clouds of screeching black-backed sea dragons. Over there, yelled Sharpknife and Toughnut Jr., turning their boat, the Raven. It's all under control, Fishlegs, shouted Hiccup excitedly. I can see where we're going. Hiccup yanked the rudder of the hopeful Puffin so sharply that Fishlegs lost his balance and fell face first into the water at the bottom of the boat. The wind caught the sails at exactly the right speed, and the hopeful Puffin surged forward after the others. But Hiccup hadn't noticed Snotlout's boat, Sparrowhawk, steaming up behind him at great speed. Sparrowhawk was as lean and mean and hungry as Snotlout himself. Beautifully built out of elmwood, she came to a point so sharp at the prow that she'd slice through the water as easily as an axe through a scallop. She was being steered by Dog's Breath, the Dewbrain, Snotlout's best friend, a great hairy bully of a boy with a ring through his nose, who was snorting so hard with laughter that snot flew in all directions. "Get him, Fireworm," whispered Snotface Snotlout and his dragon, a glistening, blood-red, monstrous nightmare, leapt from Snotlout's shoulder and dive-bombed Hiccup from behind with a furious shriek. Fireworm swooped down and pushed Hiccup's helmet down over his eyes with her talons. Hiccup took his hands off the rudder in a surprise, and at the same moment, Sparrowhawk rammed into the port. Right, that's all I've got time for this morning, because children are going to start coming in soon, but I will try my best to get some more of this read later. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you again shortly. Bye, guys.